second chapter Polynomial, and today is the introduction part. So I think you have studied about polynomial or about algebraic expression in class 8th, and little bit about it. So today we will know about a type of algebraic expression that is called polynomial. So first of all, let me tell you what is polynomial. In definition, we will define each and every terms, each and everything has been given in the definition. So what is polynomial? In simple words, you can say it is a chain of terms expressed in coefficients, constant and variables with help of mathematical operations. Basically, in this chapter you will study about polynomial in one variable, and first of all I will tell you all about things. It means what are terms, coefficients, constant and variables, and what are mathematical operations. So to understand the definition, let's have an example. 3x. If I am writing 3x, that means 3 multiplied by x. 3 multiplied by x. Okay, 3 is a number and x is an alphabet. 3 is a number, x is an alphabet. 3 is product of x, x is product of 3, you can see. So in polynomial, this product is called coefficient. This product is only called coefficient. You know the Hindi meaning of coefficient is gudank. You say gudank. Gudank. Here you say guda. Guda, what? Product, you say multiply. So 3 is coefficient of x. You used to say 3 is coefficient of x and x is coefficient of 3. 3 is coefficient of x and x is coefficient of 3. If you are writing 2 into 3, so you can say 2 multiplied by 3 or 3 multiplied by 2. Usually, what is difference between them? 3 and x. If both are coefficient of each other, then 3 is a number and x is an alphabet. Okay, 3 is a number, x is an alphabet. So you used to say 3 is numeral coefficient of x and x is literal coefficient of 3. Literal, alphabet related to literature, so literal coefficient you say, or you can say alphabetical coefficient of 3. Okay, 3 is numeral coefficient of x and x is literal coefficient of 3. Okay, where all numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all constants, their value never changes. You know that the value which never changes, magnitude never changes, is called constant. So 3 is called constant and x, if the alphabets are given, that are variables. Okay, so when we write constant and variable both together, is called a term. Is called a term, and you are taking here terms. Terms means plural, and mathematical operations. What are mathematical operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So when a number of terms are expresses, an expression will be algebraic expression. When mathematical operation used, that is called algebraic expression. Is called a polynomial. So I think you understood what is polynomial. In simple words, you can say. In your book, a long definition is given with power and blah blah things. So that also you can mention in your copy, no issue. And in simple words, you can say about polynomial. Now, what about terms? So you understood terms. Now, a polynomial which have only one term, like 3x, called monomial. Mono means one. A polynomial which have two terms, 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 is binomial. I will tell you 2 is, how can you say that 2 is polynomial if there is no variable with it? I will tell you. It is a constant polynomial, and constant polynomial I will define you. Now again 3x square plus 2x plus 5 is trinomial because 1, 2, 3 terms are there. 3 terms are there, so it is trinomial. So I think you understood how to identify that is monomial, binomial or trinomial. Now let me tell you, I have written here 2 and it is consisting in polynomial. So it is a constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. As I told you in exponent, law of exponents, if you are getting exponent is 0, power is 0, then value is 1. What is 1? 1 is a constant. So any number, suppose 5 is given, you can write x to the power 0. What is the value of x to the power 0? Is 1. So what is 5? So you have 5 that have also a variable that is x to the power 0, but its value is 1. So x to the power 0 is equal to 1. It means a number which have no any variable, that is a constant polynomial. It has a variable that power is 1. Now we will know about power and power degree, that we will discuss further. You understood? Now next, degree of a polynomial. What is degree of a polynomial? Degree means highest power. If a number of terms are given, if a polynomial is given, polynomial is represented by px in your book, or fx you can write. Okay, px means polynomial in variable of x, fx means polynomial in variable of x. Suppose you are writing y, so you will say polynomial in variable of y. So you will study polynomial in one variable only. Now degree of polynomial, we are talking about degree of polynomial, which is called highest power. It means if a polynomial is given, you will say the highest power on the variable, that will be the degree of polynomial. Belongs to a whole number. Whole number means power will be in whole number. Whole number means starting from 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So by taking some example, you can understand it. See here. First one, 5x cube, 4x. So variable is x, and here on x, power is exponent is 3. Highest power is 3. So degree of the polynomial is 3. Okay. Here we will see 4 minus y square. Y is square. Y to the power 2 is the highest degree. So here degree of the polynomial is 2. Now again we are seeing 5t minus root 7. Root 7. You know it is polynomial in variable of t, where t to the power 1 is there, so it will be 1. And as I told you about root 7, what is the power of root 7? So you know that if root is there, so here 2 will be there, 2. So you will write 7 to the power 1 by 2. So power is 1 by 2, as I told you in the last video. Next, so here degree is 1. Now here only 3 is given, so here degree is 0. As I discussed about x to the power 0, so here variable power is 0. So highest power of x is 0, so you write 0. So I think you understood about the degree of polynomial. Now on the basis of degree of polynomial, the polynomial are classified into some types. Like if the power of the variable is 1, here 1, so that is called linear polynomial. If the highest power of variable is 2, it's called quadratic polynomial. If the if the power of variable, highest power of variable is 3, is called cubic polynomial. Cube, square, cube, you know, square is called quadratic. And if the power is 4, you will say biquadratic polynomial. Basically or mainly you will study about linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. Got it? Where A, B, C, D, E all are constant. I should write it because earlier I told you all alphabets are variables, so you will think that alphabets are given, so that are also variable. No, here everywhere is x, so that is only considered as a variable. A, B, C all are constant. Constant means in polynomial some type of numbers should be given. Okay, so I think you understood all of the things. Okay, so here we will discuss about some problems related to polynomial. First is identify polynomial is one variable. You have to identify that it is polynomial or not, and you have to give the reason also. If it is a polynomial, then how can say that it is a polynomial, and if it is not a polynomial, how can you say that it is not a polynomial? 2-3 things you have to always remind when you are going to identify a polynomial. First one, power should be a whole number. Power should be a whole number. If means power is negative, negative exponents you are getting, so it would be never a polynomial. Second thing, terms, about terms. Okay, and third one, variable. If it is asking for one variable, so in the whole polynomial, variable should be particular. Okay, one variable. So talking about first one, 4x squared 3x plus 7, variable is 1. Variable is 1, it means only x is there, and all are in terms. Good. This one also thing you have to check out. And what is the highest power? So highest power is 2. What is your power? 1. What is your power? 0. So it is a polynomial. Yes, it is a polynomial. Okay. Now y square plus root 1 by 2. Root 2. Root 2 means 2 power 1 by 2. So it is positive power, and y square 2. So it is also a polynomial. Understood? Belongs to. Now talking about it. T root 2. So here t power 1, but here t to the power 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a whole number? No. So it is not a polynomial. You know, any number written in root, so power will be in fraction. So when the power will be in fraction, that is not a whole number. So it is not a polynomial, because you will give reason, because power of t is not a whole number. Okay. Next, y plus y. See here, 2 upon y. As I told you in your last video, when the denominator, you have to change denominator in numerator. So y to the power 1 is there. When you change it, you will write it. You write it y plus 2y to the power minus 1. Y to the power 1 is there, but y to the power minus 1. Minus 1 is negative integer. So here also it is not a polynomial, because the power is an integer, not a whole number. Here also power is an integer, not a whole number. Next, x10, y3, okay. All powers are whole number, but x, y, t is there. So here also it is not a polynomial in one variable. It is a polynomial, yes. It is a polynomial, but not a polynomial in one variable. It is asking for one variable. So no, because here more than one variable. That is x, y, and t. Okay. Some other example of polynomial. We have to find here the coefficient of x square. As I told you about coefficient, literal coefficient, numeral coefficient. So in this problems, we have to find out the coefficient of x square. So first example is 2 plus x square plus x. So we will find out firstly where is the x square. So here is x square. And what is the coefficient of x square? So here nothing is written. After plus nothing is written. So we will consider there 1. So when you will go to find out the coefficient for any variable, you will take with it, along with its sign. Okay. So if I am writing here 1, so what will be the sign of 1 is plus 1. So what is the coefficient of x square is plus 1. Okay. Next, 2 minus x square plus, now here also 1. So what will be the coefficient of x square is minus 1. Again, x square here, what is the coefficient of x square is pi. Pi is also a constant. So here pi by 2. And here, what is the coefficient of x square? You will write down root 2. So I think you know how to find the coefficient of a variable. One more thing, let me tell you. When you are going to write any polynomial, it should be written in the descending order of its degree. Descending order of this degree, suppose here is a polynomial, and if I ask, write it in degree of polynomial in descending order. So you will write firstly the highest power, it means x cube, and again after that x square is there. So along with sign you will take it, along with sign you will take it minus x square, and again along with sign also, but firstly we can't write plus, so leave it, and then Here nothing, then plus is there, so we'll write plus 2. So it is a method to write down a polynomial according to its degree in descending order. Let's have some other example of polynomial. In this example, we have to tell types of polynomial. Either it is linear, quadratic or cubic. So on the basis of highest power, degree of the polynomial, we will classify that it is linear, quadratic or cubic. So coming to the first question, first of all we will also tell that it is in which variable. So highest power is 2 and highest power is 2 is what? Quadratic, and variable is x, so it is quadratic polynomial. Highest power is 3 and variable is x, so it is cubic polynomial. Highest power is 2 and variable is y, so it is quadratic polynomial. It is too easy. Highest power is 1, x to the power 1, nothing is given, so it is power 1. So and variable x, so it is a linear polynomial. Here highest power is 1, t power 1, no power is given, so t to the power 1 is given, and variable is t, so it is linear polynomial. And highest power is 2 in variable r, so it is a quadratic polynomial. And last one is highest power is 3, variable is x, so it is a cubic polynomial. Okay, so I think you understood all of this. Remainder theorem. So what is remainder theorem? Let px be any polynomial, it means polynomial in variable of x, which degree is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 1. And alpha be any real number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 2, minus 3, minus 5. Then if px is divided by x minus alpha is divisor, px is divided, then the remainder will be p alpha. P alpha is what? Px is polynomial, p in variable of x, but p alpha means the remainder will be in a real number. So that is called remainder theorem. In simple words, you can say, you know that dividend, the rule, quotient and divisor and remainder. This rule you know earlier. Here, according to the statement, we will write x minus alpha is divisor, px is dividend, qx we will get quotient, and rx we will get remainder, which will be equal to p alpha. P alpha means there will be no any variable with it. How would we solve the question? So let's take a question, and before it let me tell you some exponents rule. Let me remind you some exponents rule. That is, if any negative integer is there and its power is even, power is an even number, so your result will be always positive. And if any integer is there and its power is an odd number, 2 is even, 3 is odd number, so its result will be always negative. It means minus 27. So remember these things whenever you are solving question about remainder theorem. Now, to solve this type of questions, go through x minus 2, x minus alpha, it means divided. Take the divisor is equal to 0, x minus 2 is equal to 0, then you will find the value of x. Now in polynomial 2 cube plus 2x square minus x plus 2. Now x is equal to 2, so instead of x you have to write down 2. Instead of x you have to write down 2. So 2 into, always use bracket here, 2 to the power 4 minus 6 into 2 to the power 3 plus 2 into 2 square minus 2 plus 2. Now firstly we will separate the brackets, remove the powers. So 2 into, you can multiply directly, like 2 to the power 4 means what? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, and 16 2s are 32. So write down 32. Now here 2 to the power 3 means what? 2, see the minus sign is out of the bracket, so there is no meaning that power is even, so we will get the negative value. When minus will be here, so we will get the negative value. So it is 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 8 6s are 48. Now minus 6 is there, so minus 48 we will get. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and minus 2 plus 2. Now after it, we will apply Bodmer's rule, and according to Bodmer's rule, we will add all the numbers that has been given with positive sign, add all the numbers which is given with negative sign. So here 32 and 8 and 2 is given with positive sign, so 32 and 8 is 40, 40 and 2 is 42, and here 32 and 8 is 40 plus 2, 42, and here minus 48 and minus 2 is minus 50. Now plus minus 50, so we will get minus 50 is minus 8. So here our remainder is what? Minus 8. We will get P alpha is minus 8. So see, we are getting a real number that have no any variable. So by this method we will solve such type of questions related to remainder theorem. I think you understood. You have to point some things that instead of x, we got the value of x, and instead of x we will put the value, and after by taking the power, separating the power, then after applying the Bodmer's rule, taking all additive, all negative numbers or additions and add, then after we will get our answer. So this is all. Now we will see factor theorem. It is also something similar to remainder theorem, in which we say let Px be a polynomial in which degree is greater than or is equal to 1. It means the degree should be 1 also. In remainder theorem we saw that the degree always greater than 1, but here the degree is equal to 1 or greater than 1, and alpha be any real number. Then we have two conditions. What? Listen it very carefully. If P alpha is equal to 0, it means in variable, at the place of variable, if we are taking any real number and we are getting the remainder 0, then we would say that the x minus alpha, yani divisor, is the factor of polynomial. By factor, we are dividing the polynomial, at the instead of variable we are putting the value, that would be 0, then that will be the factor of that polynomial. Second, if x minus alpha is factor of px, then pa is equal to 0. Just vice versa we are taking. If it means, firstly, if we are saying that x minus alpha is factor of px, firstly we are saying that in illustration we will get pa is equal to 0. So let's have a question. We have to check that x minus 2, x plus 3, x minus 4 are factors of polynomials. So firstly we will get the value of x from here, and we will write down x minus 2. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Understood? X minus 2 is equal to 0, you will say. Then x is equal to, you will get 2. X plus 3 is equal to 0, you say. So x is equal to minus 3, you get. And x minus 4 is equal to 0, you say. Then x is equal to 4, you get. So we are getting here value of px is p2, p minus 3 and p4. I think you are understanding. I am putting 2, minus 3 and 4 instead of x in our polynomial. If we will get 0 in all conditions, so that all or will be the factor of given polynomial. So firstly we will take p2. So at the place of x we have to write down 2 cube minus 3, 2 square minus 10 into 2 plus 24. So 2 cube is 8 minus 2 square is 4 3 is 12, and 4 20 and plus 24. Now same thing in remainder theorem we have done. 8 and 24 is 32, and 12 and 20 is 32. So here we are getting 0. So x minus 2 is factor of polynomial because we are getting 0. I think you understood. Again we will check p minus 3. So minus 3 cube minus 3 into minus 3 square minus 10 into minus 3 plus 24. Here I told you the condition. Minus 3 cube minus 27, cause the negative integer is there, and the power is odd. 3 square is 9 3s are minus 27 plus 10 3s are 30 and plus 24. Now again BODMAS rule, 30 and 24 is 54 and 27 and 27 is 54. So again we are getting 0. So you will say that p minus 3, we are putting the value of x minus 3, we will get 0. So x plus 3 is also factor of the given polynomial. So this is the factor theorem, not too much difficult. Now again similarly we will do from 4, and I think you will, I'm not going to do that. You will put down the value of 4 instead of x, and you will get, if you are getting 0, so you will say that x minus 4 is also the factor of given polynomial. So such type of questions you will solve. Now we will factorize by using remainder theorem or factor theorem. Here we have two polynomials. One of them is quadratic polynomial and one of them is a cubic polynomial. First of all, we will see about quadratic polynomial, and I think you have studied in class 8 also how to factorize a quadratic polynomial, but let me tell you one more time step by step and see very clearly, and then after you know how to factorize a quadratic or cubic polynomial. So we have to factorize, solve 2x square plus 7x plus 3. Firstly, you will do, multiplied by 2 into 3, you will get 6. Now you have to find out two numbers. What I've done, the first one and last one, I multiplied with sign, plus sign, so we will get positive number 6. Now we are going to split the middle term. This is the middle term, and we have to split in term of 6 and its factor. So you have to got two numbers. You have to get two numbers in which the product of two numbers will be 6 and sum or difference of that numbers will be 7. So everywhere sum is there, so we will get sum only. So we will start from 1. It means in 1, by which number you will multiply to get 6? By 6. In 2, which one number you multiply to get 6? 3. So 6. So see, when you are getting it, so you will see that whether by the two numbers we will add or subtract to get the middle term or not. So first one only we are seeing that 1 into 6 is 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So in all questions you will write down the first term and the first sign. In all questions, I am just factorizing it. In all questions you will write down the first term and the first sign. Then after you will take the greater number 6 along with variable 6x. Now in 6x what will you do to get 7x? In 6x what will you do to get 7x? So you will add 1x, so here will be x, and plus the remaining term we will write down. So I think you understood this thing. You will do from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. And if you are getting any greater number, so I will give you the trick how by prime factorization to find out the two numbers. In factorization by middle terms, you have to find out only the two numbers by which we get the product of these two numbers or addition or subtraction of the middle term. Now it is time to get common, so we have to take common. So by common you will remember sign, number and variable. It's a trick to factorize sign, number and variable. So here is plus, so we will take plus. Here is plus, we will take plus. Sign, again number. In number we will take HCF. So what is HCF of 2 and 6? Highest common factor is 2 and 6 is 2. So here we will write 2. Now variable. In variable we will take the least power. Least power means here x power 2, here x power 1. So we will take x power 1. Now we will divide the both terms. We will divide the both terms by 2x. We will get, so 2x square divided by 2x. 2x square divided by 2x. We will get 2x cancel, only 1 x will be there, sorry, 2 cancel, x only x will be there, plus again 6x divided by 2x. What will we get? So 2 3s are 6, x cancel, plus 3. Understood? Again sign number variable, so sign is plus, so take plus. Remember, always take the sign. You will write down sign here, otherwise your solution will be wrong. So plus, now here there is no number, so 1 we will consider, 1 plus 1 and plus 3. What will be the highest common factor? 1, so we will write down 1. Now if you are taking 1, so next term will be write as given. So 2x plus 1 one time and x plus 3 is one time. So this is the factorization of a quadratic polynomial. Now we will see, pause the video and write out the question solution. Now we will see the factorization of a cubic polynomial by splitting middle term or by factor theorem. By both conditions we will understood it. So x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. If you are going to do it by factor theorem, it's a very long process, but it is quite easy, in which you have to apply the division algorithm, in which you have to factorize a quadratic polynomial, in which you have to apply the factor theorem. So it's a long process, but we will know how to factorize it. A cubic polynomial, highest degree is 3, or splitting term is too easy. So firstly we will see the factor theorem. So we will go through the constant term. What is the constant term? 6. Now factors of 6 are, factors of 6 we will get plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and plus minus 6. These are the factors of 6. It means we have to find out the factors of constant term. Now we will start from 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3 and 6, minus 6. And at last, by applying factor theorem, if you will get 0, then that will be the factor of this polynomial. So plus 1, if we will write down plus 1 at the place of x. So you can do it in rough, or you can do it by yourself also. Like plus 1 you will get here plus 1. So 1 plus 1, 1 minus 6, 1 minus 6, plus 1 plus 11, here minus 6. So minus 6 and minus 6, 11 plus 12, minus 12, it will be 0. It means plus 1 is factor of this polynomial. I put 1 at the place of x, I got the factor, I got the remainder 0. So plus 1 is the, we can write px, and we can say p plus 1 is factor of px. So if p plus 1 is there, so we will get x minus 1, p 1 is here. The second, in factor theorem I told you the second condition. So p minus 1, p1 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 we will get, and we will divide the polynomial. X minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Here we will use division algorithm, and in division algorithm also we will apply the same thing, sign number variable. Remember students, sign number variable. First of all, see sign, plus sign, okay, plus sign, plus sign. So we will write down here plus, here right, sign, number and variable. So plus and plus, so here will be plus, firstly we will not write plus. Again number, 1 and 1, so here will be 1, firstly we will not write 1. Again variable, x to the power 1 is there and x to the power 3 is there. We required x to the power 2, it means x square. So did you get how I got it? X square. Now we will multiply this x square in both of the terms. We will get x cube, x square into x cube, minus x square into 1, x square. Now in division we have to subtract, so here no sign is there, so here will be minus, and here minus sign is there, so here will be plus. This is division algorithm you studied in class earth only. So this one cancel. Now minus 6 and plus 1. Now there is no meaning of this minus. Minus 6 and plus 1 will get minus 5x square plus 11x. Again sign number variable. So we will see sign, here plus, here minus. So we will require minus. Number, so here 1, here 5. We require 5. Variable power x 1 and x square. So here will be x. One more x is required. Now minus 5x. See students, along with sign we have to multiply. Minus 5x will be multiplied in both of terms. So minus 5x into x, minus 5x square, minus 5x into minus 1, minus minus, plus 5 1 ja 5. Now plus minus, this is cancelled. 11 minus 5 is 6x and minus 6. Again students, sign number variable. So sign plus plus, so we'll write down plus, number 1 6, so we'll write down 6, and variable is what? X, and here is no variable. X will be only there. X power is same, so it is write down by 6. So it will be 6x minus 6 minus plus cancel 0. So by dividing x minus 1 we got x square minus 5x plus 6. So this is the division algorithm. This is the division method of to divide a polynomial, divided by sign number variable. So it is a trick, and so easy trick how you divide a polynomial. Now, so we have one factor. It's a cubic polynomial and it would be 3 factors. We have one factor. By factorizing this, we will get more 2 factors. So factorize it. X square minus 5x 6. 6 1s are 6. Firstly, you will write down x square minus. In all questions, you have to write down the first term and first sign. Now, 6 1s are 6. I have a number 6. Now, we have to find out 2 numbers by which if we multiply, we will get 6. If we add or subtract, we will get 5. So, 1 into 6, 5 we will get 5. 6 1s are 6. And 6 minus is there. So, 6 minus 1 is 5. Not possible. Again 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. And 2 3 5. So, it is taking the greater number, minus 3x. Now in minus 3x, what will you do to get 5 minus 5x? Minus 2x and plus 6. Again, sign number variable, take common, x minus 3, minus 2, x minus 3. See here, clearly, sign number variable, I have taken minus sign firstly. If we are taking minus sign common, then the sign will be changed in the bracket. If we are taking minus sign common, then the sign will be changed in the bracket. So here minus 2, 2 3s are 6. Now x minus 2 and x minus 3. And we have already one factor, x minus 1. So these are the factors of the given polynomial. It is a factorization by factor theorem in which we divide, in which we have factorized a quadratic polynomial. So pause the video and write down the solution and you will solve. It is also called heat and trial method. Heat and trial method. Divide by factorize a cubic polynomial by factor theorem or heat and trial method. Now let me tell you one more easy trick. You have to use a little bit your mind to solve such a type of questions by splitting middle term. You should also understand. So here is a cubic polynomial and we have to factorize it by splitting middle term. So cubic quadratic is easy, but in cubic what we will do? Go to the constant term, write down minus 6. Now break the 11 in minus 6. So we will write minus 6x. What we will get? Minus 5x. 6. According to it, break 11. Minus 6x. What will be remain? Minus 5x. Now break into minus 5x. So minus 5x square. What will remain? Minus x square. And here will be x cube. Now we have 6 terms. We have to take common by sign number variable. So here x square will take common. X minus 1. Here minus 5x will take common, x minus 1 this will be plus x minus 1 and plus 6 will be common, x minus 1. So we'll get x minus 1 in all brackets same and x square minus 5x plus 6. Again we will factorize it. Recently I factorized and got x minus 2 and x minus 3. It is the answer. So it is quite easy to splitting. How would we split? How would we solve it? So go to the constant term, break the 2 again 6. I break 11 in 6 and 5. I break 6 in 5. So according to power and according to sign, and again we have 6 terms. By two terms we take the common. We got x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. So it is a splitting by